Hello, welcome to another GoldMine 101, a regular series of short presentations giving you hints and tips for getting the most out of GoldMine CRM. And in this session, I'm going to cover how to customize your toolbars. So hello, I'm Tim Wilmot, and my company Wizard Systems, we're a specialist independent CRM solutions provider who help out small and mid-sized organizations improve their sales productivity, marketing, and customer service through the use of simple and affordable solutions like GoldMine. Now, the audio part of this presentation, one way only, those of you on here live, if you've got a question around what I'm going to be talking about, pop that into the question box on your meeting control panel, and I'll do my best to answer that at the end. Also, at the end, I'll give you an update on GoldMine product news for you as of October 2023. Okay, so just a brief mention before I dive into toolbars, brief mention about Wizard Systems, long-standing provider of GoldMine. We provide any kind of service you can think of around GoldMine, the product, upgrades, implementation, customization, training. Training can be your place, our place, or online. And we've got a very responsive help desk service as well there for you when you need it. So let's dive into toolbars then. So toolbars, of course, they will appear at the top of your screen in the workspace in GoldMine, and you get you'll have you may have a couple of toolbars right now. You may have a standard toolbar, which is this one here, which really is replicating common things that you may want to launch in GoldMine, and then you have a custom toolbar as well. Now, to customize the standard toolbar, you can just click on that. You might be able to spot that sort of downward pointing arrow there, just on the toolbar there, or you can right click over it and select customize. And that allows you to drag and drop items onto your toolbar here, or I can select by holding down on my left-hand mouse button. I can click on an existing button that I don't want in the toolbar, click it, you'll see the icon, the cursor changes slightly differently, and I can just drag that away and that will remove it. So a nice and easy way of customizing that toolbar. You can also select add remove buttons as well, and that will allow you to see where there's a little tick box there of the currently selected items I've got in my standard toolbar. You also get a custom toolbar, and from here you can actually do some quite clever things. So this here is my custom toolbar, my customized toolbar, and from here these little groups, there may be one or many items below that allow you to do some more advanced things in GoldMine, like launching a website directly from that toolbar, or maybe you want to do a search or do some research on this company or this contact from that. Again, this little group here, I could do a company search. That passes over the contact details from GoldMine to my search engine. Or I might want to do a little LinkedIn search as well. So I could go back up to Tim, select LinkedIn. So this is going to do a search now for this contact here, LinkedIn. And again, that's passed over to LinkedIn, and that will display a Tim Wilmot and maybe other Tim Wilmots as well. So a nice and easy way of jumping quickly, shortcuts, allow you to easily access frequently used features and functions far more quickly than diving into another application or searching through numerous menus in GoldMine. So it can save time and help with your productivity. It could also improve workflow as well. For example, the sequence of buttons that you've got in that group could define a workflow. So step 1, do this, step 2, do that, step 3, do that. If you see what I mean, that could be another good way of implementing and using these custom toolbars. Could also be good for new starters to your company. as a little bit of sort of training or coaching for them to again make the system easier to use, to pick up by putting in those common items there in that custom toolbar. To customize your custom toolbar, you click on this little button there. This will show the existing groups, as GoldMine calls it, the existing groups of shortcuts I've got there. So this is the group called Tim, and there's the little searches I've gone through there. If you right click on any of these groups, a little local menu will appear. And this is where I could add a new item to this group. Now, these items could be of a number of different types. It could be a main menu action, so one of these, normal sort of GoldMine stuff. It could be an external application. Again, you can pass over information from GoldMine to that other application. Could be launching a document link. Could be a website. So that's where you can then build in the description, the caption, the description you're going to give the users so they know what that button is going to do. What is that command going to do? The URL and the URL data. And also you can choose the icon from a number of different choices there, the icon that will be presented to the user. GoldMine gives you quite a few, but you can dive into another application and pinch their icon for that. If I just show you one I created earlier, so this company search that I did, searching for that contact name, the UK government website. So I'll just edit that item and just go into the URL parameters. So there's our normal search. So when you do a search on a number of different websites, you're going to get something like that, the website, and then the actual search parameter. And what we're doing here, I'll just scroll over. What we're doing here is enclosing in, this is the syntax that GoldMine is looking for, enclosing within double chevrons, hopefully you can see that, the macro, the field that we're looking for. So ampersand company is GoldMine's macro name for the organization name, the company name against that current contact record. So that's what that's going to do. And likewise, the LinkedIn one, if I go down to that one, right click there, go to edit item, and in here, basically with LinkedIn, when you're searching for a person, there's a first name and a last name. So there's the macro that GoldMine is expecting for the person's first name. With GoldMine, we put the person's name, the full name, into one field. So there are macros to kind of strip that out. So that's the first name there. And then we've got the last name, ampersand last name. So that's how that worked by passing it over to LinkedIn. Other options would be available. Just have a good old play, but a really useful way of saving time. Of course, all of these things are available, outside of GoldMine, but it's just an easy way when you've got the contact record there in front of you to do something quickly against that contact, commonly used things, and launching external websites or applications, passing over contact details from that contact record to that application or that website. So hopefully you found that useful, and you can see that could hopefully save you time and indeed implement it in your own GoldMine system there. So if you've got any questions around this feature, please pop that into the question section on your meeting control panel. I'll do my best to answer that. Question from Richard. I'm the administrator. Can I create the toolbar for another user? I think it's best, Richard, that you log in as that user. Might not sound very, very official, but log in as that user and then make the change. And as you log out, there's no kind of save button, but as you log out, it will remember that toolbar settings, position, sequence of icons, and so on. So yeah, just log in as that user, then log out again. Melanie, what are macros I saw on the menu? Right, macros, I don't think they are used, or I don't think they're actually available in GoldMine anymore. There used to be a way of a user recording a sequence of keystrokes or mouse clicks or keyboard shortcuts to like do a sequence of actions in GoldMine. You could then put a button against that recorded macro. I believe it is no longer, I'll have to check actually, I believe it's no longer available or visible in GoldMine, and certainly there are better ways of doing that with automated process. They used to be a little bit finicky, and particularly if you record the macro with a mouse click, in that your mouse on different screens, sizes, resolutions, it basically didn't play ball. And yeah, so don't worry about macros. Right, I don't think there's any more questions coming through. Okay, latest news. Now, as regards the latest version of GoldMine, there is a 2023.4 that was released about 2 or 3 days ago, where we spotted a little issue on that relating to projects and opportunities. So please, if you have, in fact, I think it's actually been removed from the GoldMine update website temporarily. So there is pending a new release 2023.4, which will have or has well over 30 improvements to the application. So stay tuned for that. I'm sure the folks at GoldMine will resolve things very quickly and get that fully available for us. But the latest, currently the latest release is 2023.3. So, and of course, you've got to have a maintenance contract to get that. Do you fancy a CRM review there? Have you been using GoldMine a long time and you might have got into bad habits, or maybe you're considering doing things in a different way, upgrading or whatever? Please contact us. Any of us at Wizard Systems be happy to do an online CRM review with you as an online call, and really try and establish how you're using it, but more importantly, come up with a plan going forward, strategy going forward next 6 months, 12 months and beyond for you. Well, that's it, me done then on Toolbars on this event, on this call. If you've got any suggestions for future topics that would be of interest to the GoldMine community out there, please drop me a line, Tim Wilmot, tim@wizard-systems.com. There's all our other contact details there as well. We'll catch up with you on the next event. Bye-bye.